I never crossed an ocean. I never sat in a museum case behind glass. I walked 11 miles a day, in the coldest, wettest, most miserable posting in the entire Roman Empire. And somehow, 2,000 years later, I'm still here to tell you about it. I was made around 100 AD, somewhere in Roman Britain, though the leather that became me probably came from further south, maybe Gaul, maybe even Italy. I'm not a sandal the way you might picture one. The Romans called me a caliga, a military boot, really. Open-toed, yes, but built like armor for the feet, thick leather straps, an iron-studded sole for grip on mud and stone, made to survive things no ordinary shoe ever would. I wasn't made for comfort, I was made for marching. My soldier was stationed at a fort called Vindolanda, just south of a wall the Emperor Hadrian ordered built to mark the very edge of Rome's known world. This wasn't Rome. There were no marble columns here, no warm baths in the sun. This was cold, wet northern Britain, a place Roman soldiers were sent, not because they wanted to come, but because the empire needed a line drawn, and someone had to stand on it. I walked those patrols, along the wall, through the mud, in weather that never seemed to end. People imagine Roman soldiers as legends, conquerors, generals, men in gleaming armor. Most of it wasn't like that. Most of it was boredom, mud, waiting. Letters home asking for socks and better beer, because the local wine was, and I'm quoting an actual letter found here, undrinkable. I wasn't on some great soldier's foot. I belonged to someone ordinary. A guard, a patrolman, someone whose name we will never know, who spent years of his life exactly where I did, standing at the edge of an empire, waiting for something to happen. And mostly, nothing did. Eventually, I wore out. A strap tore. The hobnails wore smooth. I wasn't thrown away with ceremony. I was just left behind, dropped into the mud outside the fort, replaced without a second thought. That should have been the end of me. But Vindolanda had a secret. The ground here is thick, wet, oxygen-starved clay, exactly the kind of soil that doesn't rot things. It seals them instead. While wood and leather and cloth crumbled to dust almost everywhere else in the Roman world, here they simply stopped decaying. Trapped in mud, forgotten, perfectly preserved. I didn't survive because I was important. I survived by accident, buried in exactly the wrong kind of place to disappear. In the 20th century, archaeologists began digging at Vindolanda, and what they found stunned them. Thousands of leather shoes, wooden writing tablets with actual handwritten letters, birthday invitations, complaints, requests for supplies. Not monuments, not treasures, just life. Ordinary life, preserved in mud for 2,000 years. I was one of thousands of shoes pulled from that ground. Sizes for men, women, even children, proving this wasn't just a fort, it was a community. I'm not a famous artifact. No king wore me. No battle was won in me. But maybe that's exactly why I matter. I'm proof that ordinary people, soldiers, wives, children, someone's tired feet after a long patrol, were here too, living, complaining, wearing out their shoes, just like anyone else. History isn't only made of emperors and monuments. Sometimes it's just a sandal in the mud. I wonder what else is still out there right now, buried in the mud, waiting to be noticed. Next upcoming video, the 2,000-year-old computer that sank to the bottom of the sea.